Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever been out on a drive with your family and noticed all the different types of houses that you pass by? Some are big and some are small. Some are made of brick, some are made of stone, some are even made of logs, like log cabins. Have you ever driven past a house that was being built? Have you noticed all the construction workers working hard to create a new place for a family to live? Have you ever wondered, how do they do it? What goes into building a house? And how long does it take? I was thinking about this question because I got a question from a curious kid named Simon. He asked, how are houses built? Building a house is kind of like making a giant puzzle. But instead of cardboard pieces, builders use wood, bricks, nails, and concrete. And just like you wouldn't start a puzzle without looking at the picture on the box, builders don't start without a plan. That plan is called a blueprint, and it shows exactly what the house will look like and how everything should be put together. Hey, I've got an idea. While you listen to me explaining how houses are made, why don't you go get a piece of paper and a pencil and create your own blueprint for a house? If you built a house, what would it look like? Okay, so once the builders have a blueprint, the first step is preparing the ground. Workers clear the land and make it flat. Then they dig a big hole to pour the foundation. The foundation is usually made of concrete and is like the strong, solid base that holds the house up. It keeps everything from sinking or tipping. Next comes the framing. That's the wooden skeleton of the house. Imagine building a giant wooden box made of 2x4s. The frame includes the walls, the floors, and the roof shape. Once the frame is up, it starts to look like a house. After that, builders put on the roof. And then they cover the outside with materials like bricks, stone, wood, or siding to protect the house from rain and wind. On the inside, they add something called insulation. Can you say insulation? Insulation is stuff they put in the walls to keep it warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's kind of like a pillowy substance, sort of almost looks like cotton candy, but you definitely should not eat it. Then comes the really cool parts, plumbing and electricity. Pipes are added so water can flow to the sinks, tubs, and toilets. Wires are added so lights, outlets, and appliances can work. And all these parts get hidden inside the walls. So once the house is done, you don't even see any of this stuff. Once all the plumbing and electricity stuff is done, the workers install drywall. These are the smooth white walls you see inside your house. Then they paint everything and add floors like carpet, tile, or wood. And then they put in the kitchen cabinets, the toilets, the bathtubs, and the lights. All the things you interact with on a daily basis. The last steps are the finishing touches, like hanging doors, installing doorknobs, and checking to make sure everything works just right. Then, after all that work, the house is ready for a family to move in. Building a house can take a few months to a year or more, depending on how big it is and how complicated the design is. Rain or snow can slow things down too, but once it's all done, it's a cozy new place for someone to call home. Okay, did you finish designing your house? What does it look like? Hey, that's a great design. Maybe one day you could design houses. You're already off to a great start. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What is the first part of the house that's built? That would be the foundation. What do we call the wooden skeleton of the house? That is called the framing. And what keeps a house warm in winter and cool in summer? We call that stuff insulation. Let's play true or false. True or false? The foundation of a house is made of cotton candy. False. It's made of concrete. True or false? Plumbing brings water to sinks and toilets. That is true. True or false? The roof is built before the foundation. That's false. The foundation always comes first. True or false? Electricity and water pipes are usually hidden inside the walls. That is true. Would you rather build a house out of Legos or out of giant marshmallows? Well, here's the thing. I don't think that either of these houses would last very long. Because you can tear apart Legos so easily, we'd probably take the thing apart and then rebuild it into different kinds of houses. And also, a marshmallow house would be way too delicious just to leave standing, wouldn't it? I think it would get eaten. I'm going to go with a Lego house. That at least sounds a little more secure, but it doesn't sound as delicious, does it? Okay, I have a question for you. When you're sitting in your house and somebody comes to the door, what is the sound you normally hear? Yep, they might knock on the door, or they might ring the doorbell, but for the sake of our game right now, let's say they're going to knock on the door. Let's listen and see if we can guess how many times we hear a knock at the door. Are you ready? Here we go. How many knocks did you hear? There were 7. You want to play again? All right, let's listen. Here we go. That time, there were 9. You want to play one more time? Okay, here we go. How many did you hear that time? That time, there were 11. Isn't it amazing how much teamwork it takes to build a house? From digging the foundation to hanging up the first door, it takes careful planning and a lot of hard work to make a place where people can live, eat, sleep, and grow up together. Take a look around your home right now. Isn't it amazing? It's a safe place for you to play, live, learn, and grow. You know, it's easy to forget what an amazing thing a home is. I try to be grateful every day for the one my family lives in. What about you? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.